Let's go. Hit the go button. The launch sequence has been initiated, my friends. Here we go. Another great day at Loan Officer Breakfast Club. We'll get started right about now. Owen Lee is in the house.
It's been a minute since we talked for Owen. Well, I did one last week, but
he was here last week.
He was here last week, but I felt like it was like a stretch there. We just missed him.
Yeah, I know. There was a stretch. Yeah, he was off gallivanting around, being, Mr. Owen Lee, hobnobbing, rubbing elbows, that kind of a thing. And the good news is, man, is we've had a sneak peek into the slides this morning, and it looks like rates are going into the fours right away.
Probably
so
3.5.
Yeah,
3.5 next week.
You heard it here. You heard it here.
Oh my gosh. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, all right. Well, let's see what's going on. Wake up the chat for us today, guys. Say hello. Say good morning. We like to, hey, if you're here for the first time, say good morning. And if you're here for the 97th time, say good morning. That would be great as well. So from Frank's mouth to God's ears, my friend. We don't need him in the fours. We can still rock and roll in the sixes and the fives, man. No problem, man. Not a problem. Chris Johnstone's here, too. What's up?
Good.
How's it going, Chris?
Owen, how you doing? Looking forward to today.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, tomorrow, man.
Chris, are you in the cold confines of the Great White North, or are you someplace where the sun's shining a little bit more?
The sun is shining a little bit more here today.
Good for you.
Yep. So yeah.
Good for you.
Man, you guys are buried. Where are you at?
I'm in Detroit.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah.
7 degrees.
Wow. Oh man. In the middle of it.
That's right.
Yes, I think we'll be I hate to say it, but probably in the low 60s today. So, and I think we might even have a little sunshine.
You don't need to say it. Love to say it.
Yeah, well, at least I can get on the motorcycle maybe this weekend. Goodness gracious, haven't been able to ride for a while.
Oh my God, we need a record scratch.
We need a record scratch? Why?
We need a record scratch.
Okay. Why?
I know it's not Friday, but Sue Moody just put in the chat, Chris Johnstone, I got my first phone call because someone found me on ChatGPT.
Whoa. Okay. We do need a record scratch, so go ahead. Let's hear about it. Come on. Come on, Sue.
I just, I went through Chris's training and just, discovered that Yelp was important and Better Business Bureau, all those businesses that ChatGPT pulled from, and I went and did that a couple weeks ago, and
somebody called you from ChatGPT.
Yep, she found me on ChatGPT, and it was the Yelp link was there, and she clicked on the Yelp link and asked a mortgage question, and I answered it, and she called me, and she's in the process of making application right now.
That is amazing, Sue. Congratulations. What does the borrower profile look like? Is it like a rate shopper that's like throwing a Hail Mary, or like what's the deal look like?
They were looking for specifically a rural development loan.
A what loan?
A rural development loan.
Rural development. Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's a mouthful of marbles first thing.
That was a mouthful of marbles. I couldn't quite understand. It was a roba-doba-laba. I was like, wow, these new products these days. You never know.
Question why she wanted that, and let's look at all the options to see if that really is the best one for her. And she's like, no one's told me anything about anything else. So
that's awesome. Sue, the reason that I ask is because we're finding that a lot of the leads are really high quality, but they're also almost all of them are very product specific. So they're coming looking for VA, or they're looking specifically for FHA or fix and flip or reno loans or first time home buyers. Like they're on a pathway looking for a specific type of loan. So we're finding they're good quality people and they've got very specific questions, but that's how we're able to get the AI to serve up your business. Congratulations. That's amazing.
It is amazing. It's so great. That would make a lot of sense, Chris, that it's very product specific. I wouldn't. Yeah.
They're
Anyway,
further down the buyer cycle, right? So it's like chat's almost doing all of the lead nurture that needs to be done with the person by having the conversation and answering all the questions and like taking them down to the point where it's like,
Wow.
yep, I'm ready to submit an application. And then it starts serving up the mortgage lenders. So you kind of, AI is taking over a lot of that lead nurture process for us. So
it's like, you're in luck. I found a gal. Her name's Sue. Here's her number. It's like, great. Man, oh man. Hey, we got congratulations, Sue and Chris. That's freaking awesome. Hey, before we bring on Owen, Kelly Dutton's in the house. Kelly, what's going on? How are you? Let me give you a cheer just because you're always here. You always look fabulous. What's going on, man?
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, what's happening over there at One Click? You helping some peeps out?
I'm helping some people out. I'm going to do a shout out really quick to everybody that has an LLI or is in appraisal. And it's going to go to Sarah Beers, 1.5 million, Tyron Reed, 1.3 million, Julie Waldron and Catherine France at 600. If I'm not exact on these numbers, I rounded some of them off. George Makowski, 1,050,000.
Woo!
Aiden Velasco, 1.3 million. Angela Company started at 740. We're kind of down to 400, but it's going to go through. So that's
a deal.
Amanda Olivia in the works, but we have the LOI going. 715 to 1 million.
Nice.
Steve said 2 deals. One was 55,000. I have to tell you, we had to bump it up to 150, and it took a lot of work, but that one's going to go down. Eric Patterson, 150. Bill Evans, 350, and Dan Velasky coming in at 400.
So before we move on, first of all, congratulations to everybody. Great on getting those LOIs. What's an LOI for those of us that don't know?
So those are letter of intents. And after you get the letter of intent, you turn in the rest of the paperwork. And just so you know, most of these people started in October, November.
Yeah.
Just to tell you what happens with commercial, it
takes
looks
a minute
like it's just laying around, but it's not laying around. It just takes a while to tickle the right person, and then we get to move forward.
Tickling people in commercial. That's how it works. Yep. It's a tickle fest. It's what it winds up, it's what it is.
It does. Yeah. It's a relationship for a while. So, anyways, that's
good stuff.
Where we're at. I think it's great news. Expecting about 4 more LOIs today, and probably a couple of appraisals coming in. So once the appraisals ordered, of course, we're just headed towards the finish line.
Racing to the finish line on a bunch of deals here. The best way to reach out to Kelly is go to workwithoneclick.com. Jen, if you could throw that in there. Workwithoneclick.com. Workwithoneclick.com. And if you're in the chat, you can ask your questions in the chat. She'll give you her phone number and stuff like that right in the chat. She can field some questions. So good stuff. Thanks, Kelly.
Much to everybody, and paperwork. Just need your paperwork.
Get the paperwork in. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. All right, Kelly Dutton. And now let's bring up Owen Lee to see what's happening in the mortgage market.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. What's happening, brother?
Not much. Not much happened yesterday after the Fed meeting. So that's good.
All right.
Yeah.
But
Jerome Powell.
Did you see
3 months? Go ahead.
I'm sorry. You go ahead, Owen.
No, I was just going to say Jerome Powell, with 3.5 months left in his term, has finally found a sweet spot, I think.
Yeah. Dude, did you see the price of gold the last 2 days?
Yes.
Crazy.
$5,500 an ounce or something like that. Crazy.
I think it went north of that. I think it was at last night I got a little notification that it was I think it was 56. Yeah, this morning it's
55.49.
49. Yeah.
Man, so you're saying I'm wearing like a $1,000 ring? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I tried. Gold is so high. I tried to go hawk my watch, and the guy told me that it actually wasn't gold. So that's kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
If you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time.
Well, that's what happens when you buy a Rolex in New York City off of a blanket, on the corner of Madison Avenue.
It's a real watch,
it
trust
was real.
me.
The guy told me the secondhand clicks, it doesn't whir, but he said it was still real. I don't know.
Would I lie to you? Come on. What's
So,
happening, Owen?
Anyway.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Oh, well, we had a calm rate day yesterday. This is what happens when the market gets exactly what it expects. We were here last week, and we spoke about that we had that CME chart, which is where do the professional economists think that rates are going. The overwhelming majority think one rate cut this year, probably in June. A meaningful minority think 2 rate cuts. We certainly didn't get any mention of it yesterday. The market got pretty well exactly what it wanted. The market did not get spooked by anything that Jerome Powell said, so that's good. So if we could maybe, Jen, throw up the slides, we'll just take a look at the last few days. Saw a little phenomenon that we haven't seen in quite some time. I don't know if Jen can throw those up.
It's me. I'm doing it. Sorry, Owen.
That's okay, Kristen.
She was sitting there counting all of her gold coins,
I wish.
She was
I
just sitting there
shocked.
going, do I need to do this, or can I go to Hawaii, right now?
That's right.
Call the truck,
That's
get it.
right.
I don't have to
the
put up with
location.
these guys.
Sorry,
I was just researching.
I'm ready now, Owen.
Valentine's Day is coming up. I was just researching gold spray paint on HomeDepot.com. Anyway, but if you look at this chart, this is about the last 2 weeks. I got about a 10-day chart because sometimes when you look at one day, the moves look so exaggerated, it's not worth it. But if you look at Fed Day yesterday, we had a pretty good day. Very calm day. And you don't often see, usually the market will drop just before the Fed Day or on Fed Day, kind of like as a defensive mode in case they hear something that they don't like. But as you can see yesterday, today, pretty calm. Just for those of you, keeping score at home, this movement here is only within that looks like it's a big dip where it says Fed Day. That's only like 9 basis points. So very, very calm. Came out on the upside. I'm hoping, that we can get back the 10, 15 basis points from that high water mark over on the left-hand side. I think the market got spooked a little bit when we were going to tariff everybody because of Greenland. I wish the market would stop getting spooked by stuff like this. It rarely, if ever, happens. But I guess if you're trading billions and billions of dollars, you got to pay attention to that stuff. So yesterday we had a pretty gosh darn calm day. And really, there's not a whole heck of a lot that's coming up to move the market that anybody anticipates. I think we're hoping, since we got almost no housing news in Davos, as we were promised last week, that a lot of that anticipation has shifted to the State of the Union, which I think is February 24th or 25th, is the next, at least scheduled, major platform for the president. So, although he always has a platform. But so that's kind of what the market's hoping for, maybe some of those LLPA adjustments or a MIP adjustment. The FHA insurance pool is very healthy right now. So a lot of people are hoping for a reduction there. let's just take a quick look at the statement. If we can go to the next slide. And there's really basically all we had, okay, was, an acknowledgement that things are getting a little better. There's no anticipatory rates coming in the immediate future. June is a lifetime in financial markets, 6 months. So, this is like an 18-month engagement or something. I don't even know what the right comparison is. But if you just look at this, economic activity is expanding at a solid pace. That comes from the large GDP number that we got a couple of weeks ago. Job gains have remained low, but the unemployment rate ticked down 0.1. So I think it's 4.3, 4.4. Remember, most professional economists consider 4% to be full employment, just because of, job change, moving, death, divorce. There's a certain percentage of the people that aren't really employable due to life circumstances sometimes. So, 4.4% is not really high. Shown some signs of stabilization. That's just because it came down 0.1%. And inflation remains somewhat elevated because it's somewhere in the high twos, 2.7, 2.8, 2.9, depending upon what your favorite metric is. So this is really, really calm, right? This is like a Goldilocks statement, right? It's not too hot. It's not too cold, just right. And you saw that market reaction yesterday. So I don't see a whole heck of a lot that might move the number. Probably the employment report a week from tomorrow is the first thing that we have. But, man, it would really have to be a surprise to the upside or downside to move the market. And let's just take one more look at some of the headlines from yesterday. I always think this is kind of funny how the different, business, unfortunately, business news is just like regular news. Everybody's got their slant. So if we can go to the next slide, Kristen. So you look at Bloomberg, they're pretty down the middle, and the BBC just couldn't help taking a swipe at Trump, with the despite White House pressure, it's the pressure on Jerome Powell right now is not any more than it was 6 months ago, 9 months ago, not any more since 5 minutes after Trump took the oath of office a year ago. So anyway, but hey, I just wanted to, now that we've kind of gone over the financial, gone over the markets, I came across something very, very interesting yesterday that I thought you should know, because we've got 330 people on this podcast this morning. Who knows how many are watching in live stream land. And I wanted you guys to know how well educated and positioned you are with the people on this podcast. It's really, really quite incredible. So let's take a look at the next slide. I was doing some research for this morning's appearance, and I came across a Housing Wire article, the 10 best loan officer podcasts to grow your mortgage business. So let's look in no particular order. Let's look at some of these people who are in the top 10. I don't know if you've ever heard of them before. Have you ever heard of them? Kristen, can you go to the next slide? Anybody ever heard of this guy?
Mm-mm.
I don't know who this guy is. Frank Carre?
No.
Frank, brother, congratulations. You've got one of the top 10 most influential podcasts.
Wow.
Amazing. I don't know.
I need a raise.
He talks a lot because he's got his mouth open on the official picture that Housing Wire used. So, look at that. Frank Carre. Let's see if we can take another one. Look at this guy, frequent guest, friend of the MMA, Steve Kyle's Loan Officer Leadership Podcast.
Haven't heard of that one either.
He paid to get in.
Amazing.
Paid, yeah.
I never heard of this guy either.
And the check bounced.
So
The check bounced. Steve does have
Who
a
else?
great podcast. And Chris and I just sent you a quick message in the chat.
In the
Yeah, he
chat
does.
here.
Yes.
Yeah, he does have a great podcast. It really is. It's a great one.
Look at that. And who else do we have? Well, these are the top 10 podcasts. These are incredible. Oh my
That
God!
I've heard
look
of.
at this guy.
Now that one I've heard of. Right, that one.
Who is this guy?
Yeah, it used to be how to get on Chippendales, and then we morphed it over into the mortgage community. And
I heard he's an avatar.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. 3 out of the top 10. 3 out of the top. I mean, that's really incredible. Let's just see if there's one more. We got another slide in here. I don't know. Let's see.
What?
Look at this.
that's the last one.
Look at this. Chris Johnstone. 4 of the top 10. Coming to you regular at the Loan Officer Breakfast Club per Housing Wire.
Is that true? Housing Wire stated that?
It's true. I saw this yesterday. I was like, I got to do this. Look at all these people who bring wisdom to you guys on a regular basis.
You know what I like about them, all kidding aside, is each one has a different flavor. And each one, Chris obviously focuses on the tech because he knows the most about it. He has other good stuff, tech is his primary. Steve has a lot of like scripting and team building, really, 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 really good stuff. And Frank, you just bring such a great flavor to the community.
I like to think of it as vanilla.
I think it really, I couldn't pass it up. The amount of talent that comes to you on the Breakfast Club on a regular basis is it's no wonder that everybody tunes in the morning to start their day. Where else could you go for this kind of knowledge? I mean, it's just amazing.
Just a great
So
vibe.
congrats.
Very cool, man. Yeah, cheers to all. Brad, you got your hand up. What do you got, brother?
Owen, what do you think about this? The $200 billion purchase of it's treasuries, right?
No,
I get
it's
that wrong?
mortgage-backed securities.
Okay, so what
$200
news do you
billion
have
in
on that?
mortgage-backed securities. Yeah, it's I think it's good. Obviously, it's a positive. I think we got all of the benefit that we're going to get out of it in the first 24 hours after it was announced. I think rates are probably riding 10 to 15 basis points lower. When you look at the whole of the market, the total MBS market, there'll be about 2.3 trillion, or I'm sorry, 2.5 trillion of new mortgages this year. So that's like 8%. But existing mortgages get traded too. So when you factor that in, it's a small fraction, but it's helpful. It's just like the Fed chair reinvestment program. He's only buying treasuries, but it kind of crowds the treasury market, so some of that spills over into MBS. I don't think it's a gigantic market mover, but it beats a sharp stick in the eye.
Thank you.
Very cool. Fred Curry.
Yeah.
Hey, Owen, I thought it was interesting yesterday that we actually saw the vote, or not saw the vote, but saw that it was a 10-2 kind of decision.
Yep.
Because I don't recall they normally don't release that you usually have to see the dot plot. But I would be willing to bet, and I don't know if you know this, but I see your opinion. I'm almost willing to bet all the gold in my portfolio that the two dissenters were the most recent voting members that Trump put on the board.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
They were. Yeah. And congrats on the gold run up, Fred. Good for you. Obviously Fred has more quality watches than Owen does, but anyway, just kidding. But I would just say this, I don't mind it. Most of the time when you say that they don't normally publish that, they actually do publish it. But for like 9 years running, the votes have been unanimous. And so, the thought process was, that we're going to be unanimous and the Fed's going to have a united front of whatever we decide to do. And, you know, I get that. I kind of like that there's dissent. I mean, it's a pretty gosh damn important decision. So you're going to tell me that 9 people in the room get in the room and they always agree? That tells me that all 9 people aren't thinking, right? If they all, you know, that's groupthink. So I like the fact that there's dissent. I mean, the Supreme Court's been publishing decisions letting you know who dissented and giving them an opportunity to make their case for 240 years. It's fine. I have no problem with it whatsoever. I think it's way more healthy to have dissent than it is to say, oh, we're all united. I think that's Pollyanna. So anyway, I kind of like it. Mix it up a bit, for crying out loud. Give someone a bloody nose.
Angela is asking, do you think there's any any idea there might be a partial government shutdown? Yeah, right.
No, I have no idea.
No idea. Yeah.
I have.
Hey, there was another one.
I mean, maybe some insight in Washington D.C. I would just say this. I saw something about they're going to shut it down as a way to defund ICE or something like that.
Right.
Listen, there's a public debate to be had there for sure, with, I'm sure, smart opinions on both sides. I don't think the public wants another shutdown. What are you going to do? Shut down the government every time people disagree? I don't see it happening. I think it's a, publicity stunt.
Hi, thanks for enjoying Loan Officer Breakfast Club here on YouTube. I just wanted to drop in and remind you that if you're a newer loan officer and you're trying to get to that 2 or 3 deals a month, or if you're seasoned and you're trying to get from 50 to 60 or 60 to 80, Mortgage Marketing Animals has you covered. We've got the full gambit from start to finish, top to bottom. Everything you need is at mortgagemarketinganimals.com. There's a reason that mortgagemarketinganimals.com is the #1 mortgage coaching platform in the country. So check it out, mortgagemarketinganimals.com. Yeah. And then it came up a couple times in the chat. Any insights on the Rocket lawsuit? Does this affect anything for us in any way or in the industry?
I don't think so.
No. Okay. All right, cool. Oh, here's another good one too. When we talk about possible LLPAs and some possible movement there, changes, what any specific ones that they would maybe consider?
Yeah, I think the most likely one now that the most likely one is reduction or elimination on second homes and investment properties. That was just a straight up tax, and ironically instituted by Dr. Mark Calabria, who is kind of a conservative person, and but I think he was making a political point with that, trying to raise revenue because before that a lot of the runoff had gone to the federal government. But I think the ones everybody wants to see is the so-called Robin Hood tax, right? The LLPA on the people with good credit to support the LLPA or no LLPA on the people with moderate credit. I have no problem helping people get on the home ownership ladder. And I just think, I think that was political. I think it is political. I think it's I think what difference does it make if those loans are made at Fannie and Freddie or they're made at FHA, right? A lot of those credits and whatever just steal loans from the FHA program, which is a more natural home for some of those loans. I'm shocked that hasn't been adjusted, that we're a full year in and nobody's addressed that, to be totally frank. That is one of my most surprising observations in the first 12 months, because it's so diametrically opposed to the worldview of the people that are holding the lever right now.
Great stuff. Hey, before we get out of here, if you guys, Kristen, you've got a little bit of room on your calendar today, right?
I
You do?
Yeah, that almost never happens.
It never happens.
So if you've been wanting to have a chat with Kristen, learn more about marketing animals, you can reach. She's got some time today, which is not common. So what's the best way for someone to connect with you,
So
Kristen?
just give us a call at the office, and one of
Okay.
us will get you on there.
All right.
Here's the number.
All right. Jen's dropping the number in the chat.
Yeah,
And-
call us right away so we can get you on.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, Jen. And while she's doing that, Carl, we've got the complete loan officer today. What are you guys doing on that today?
Oh gosh, it's really, really, really good today. So for members, make sure you go to this one. We're doing another Call Stars Blitz 2 weeks from today. And Robin Lavasser showed this great idea actually here on Breakfast Club, and we turned it into a complete class. And it's that one where I take Owen, it's the simplest way I know to turn what you already have into agent meeting set. And we all know that, what was it, 67% of all loans close with the loan officer, the real estate agent recommends.
Yeah.
That's right.
Can't ignore it. Yeah, you can't ignore it. And on this one, what she showed is we literally go to the contacts that's already sitting in our cell phone. No ads, no anything, just like a really simple, proven, repeatable script. And what you do is you call the contacts. If you know them and you don't, even if you don't know them, we have a script for both of them. And you just ask them, hey, how do we know each other if you don't know them? If you do know them, what's the script? If they're a realtor and you go, oh, I didn't know that was a realtor, we've got the scripts for all that. But basically, you're calling them up and you're calling everybody in your contacts and you're saying, hey, just reconnecting. How do we know each other? By the way, I do mortgages. Who's your favorite agent? And then we've got the script for calling that agent and setting an appointment with the agent. So we're going on today's class. We're going to go over the complete strategy, why it works, the exact game plan, the scripts for if you remember them, the scripts if you don't. If you catch a voicemail, what does that say? The follow-up email, a refi script as you end the call. I'm telling you, this one just blew me away. I did a sample just to see how it worked. I called 30. I think I spoke to 18. Anyway, I called 30 of contacts. I think it was 10 agent numbers. Spoke to 3, set an appointment with 2. And it took me about an hour to do that. So in 1 hour, I booked 2 qualified realtor appointments with no cold calling because it's like a real smooth handoff. So I love this one. I was blown away on how many contacts we have in our cell phones. We did that here on Breakfast Club the other day. I had I think it was like 983, and I was the runt of the litter.
Yeah, that's low.
Yeah, like everybody had 3, 4, 5,000 people. So it's an endless list that we can call on. Because I recommend calling like about 30 a day, that kind of thing. But I'm telling you, this one is off the charts. But we're going to walk you through it. So I'm all excited about it. So it's we've been working the last 2 weeks. Today at 2 for members only. And if you're not a member, I'd call the office and see if you can get on it real quick. But we've got the scripts you can download, the summary that you can read. Like this is every now and then I hear a great strategy that blows me away. This is one of it's just the simplicity of it is what I like, and there's nothing to buy. Like it's just, and the receptiveness of the real estate agents. I called some of them, honing the scripts down, and the receptiveness of the agents once I got the script down is incredible. Because like if I called Jen and say, hey, we both know Owen, he said he couldn't stop talking about you. That's a lot easier call to make to realtor Jen. So it's going absolutely great. And so we're going to show you exactly what to do today in preparation for our Call Stars Blitz here in 2 weeks. That's what we're going to do during the Blitz. So anyway, that took a long time. I literally got up at 4:00 this morning, finished tweaking the class. It's really, really, really interesting. So I just want to give credit to Robin Lavasser or Levasseur. For sharing this one with us. It's just a brilliant, simple. I love the brilliance of simplicity, and it's phenomenal. Yeah, it's really good stuff. Yeah,
Gabby in the chat said it works. She did it for a week and got loans in and a whale realtor meeting today.
It's crazy good how this is working.
Yeah,
it's crazy good. Yeah. So
all right,
anyway.
Good stuff, man. Owen Lee, man, thank you so
Frank.
much.
Frank, I have one question. I have one question for Kristen before I go. Kristen.
Okay.
I'm looking for a new mortgage podcast. Do you know of any good ones?
You might know a couple.
Let me ask ChatGPT and I'll get back.
Yeah, that's the real test. That's the real test, right there.
You know what else? I read this study. I don't know if I mentioned it here before or not, but I read a study that when you listen to them at like faster than regular speed, I think it was like 1.5, you maximize retention? And in pulling out the content at 1.5 speed more than 1 speed. And the reason why is you at 1.5 speed, you got to pay attention to hear it. And at 1 speed, our mind starts to wander.
It can wander. Yeah.
And then I need to go to the grocery store. I need to change the order. Yeah. What was that thing he just said? But at 1.5 speed, you can't do that. So I thought that was very interesting. Yeah.
Wow. Chris Johnstone can listen to it at 6 speed. Trust me, you can't.
Yeah, I can just read the title and go, okay, I got it.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you. All right. Well, anyway, Owen Lee, thank you, man. Always a pleasure. We're so blessed to have you. We really appreciate you coming here every week, man. It's just so awesome. And we'll go ahead and get on out of here.
Thank you for having me.
You betcha. You guys have a fantastic day. We'll be back here tomorrow with Chris Johnstone to get freaked out. We'll do the whole show at 6 speed. That's what we'll do. So it'll be like a 4-minute loan officer breakfast club, but you'll get it all real fast. You guys have a great day. We'll catch up with you here tomorrow. Adios.
Have a great day, everybody.